All right, so like yeah, my video cut off, but yeah, man, through the spirit and prayer, Yabashim Rashai, starting from the apostles on down, we've been prophesying that these things are gonna come, man. And people see that it's happening, but if you're not of the elect, it's not gonna do nothing good for you. You're not gonna be able to, take action. But that's just the way the Lord has it set up, man. All right, this is Genesis chapter 49, verse 9. Judah represents the so-called African Americans, man. Yahweh comes out of the tribe of Judah, who is so-called Jesus Christ. Yahweh comes out of the tribe of Judah, who is Yahweh or God. Um, the angels, the angels come out of Judah, you know. Uh, like I said, the Judites are so-called African Americans, man. So this is Genesis 49 and 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Right. So Jake and them didn't couch down, man. They as if they were old lions, man. They don't know who they are according to the Bible, man. That movie The Lion King with Simba hanging amongst other nations and stuff and eating bugs and stuff is basically a prime example of what's going on with Judah now today. They don't remember who they are. Simba had to go back to his, wake up to who he was and take his rightful place. Same thing with Judah. They put these little, they put these movies out with just things that Jake is going through because they know who the people are. The movie directors, are witches and warlocks and stuff, man. And they know what's going on, man. So they just put it in the movie. But this Genesis 49 and 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Right, and the Lord is using these events to rouse Jake up, man, because as you can see, that the last couple of years, it's been protests of Judah, the so-called African-American man, rioting and doing all these protests against Esau and the established government, which are Edomites, so-called Caucasian white people, Caucasians, because of the what they look at as injustice, the murders of other blacks or African Americans, man. For small causes and stuff. It's like they just trying to wipe us out, basically, the Judites out and shit, and it's all of the Lord. But that's why Jake rising up. But that's what this prophecy represent, man. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed." Right, and that's what you see going on. That enmity is that ill will, that hatred between the so-called white people, who are the Edomites according to the Bible, and the Israelites, the blacks, the Latins, and Native Americans, man. Judah, it seemed like Judah getting it the worst. Because Judah's the top tribe, and the Lord has to rouse Judah up. Judah and the rest of the nation tribes are going to follow, right? Right? All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right? And to measure the times means to watch the prophecies. Watching the prophecies just means watching the news and filtering it through the scriptures, so to speak, seeing what it says in the scriptures that's happening in our reality, man. That's how you measure the time, man. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, because this is a sign, man, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and this is an uproar, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And hence, as you can, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man, the Genesis is a prophecy in the beginning that's happening now today. The both the Genesis, the 49 and 3 and 15, man. You know, that's what you call prophecy, man. That's that's why it says what happened in the Lord speaking on it since the beginning. You know. Second Ezra 9 and 4, I'm reading one more time. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee. Right, these days were before us, man. You know, even from the beginning. Right, so what was prophesied and said in the beginning, when the world was made, and then throughout the prophecies and throughout them times, is happening now today in our time. And man is only 5,000 years old, so this stuff happened around 5,000 years ago, man. You know. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right, and nation against nation, because everything's going to eventually get worse, you know. But the nation against nation, this is an example of that. Judah versus Esau, you know. But it's going to turn into every man for they self type situation in the near future, man. You know. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And, you know, kingdom against kingdom is these countries that's fighting these wars versus each other. The ultimate kingdom against kingdom is the Third World War, which is the Battle of Armageddon. And there shall be famines. Famines mean lack of food, meaning people going to starve for there not being any food to eat, man. And pestilence. Pestilence is diseases. COVID-19 was a good example of that, but not only COVID-19 has brought this prophecy to pass. Before COVID-19 and post COVID-19, you see all these different outbreaks of measles and all these other diseases and stuff happening. That's how you know that we getting closer and closer to the end, man, because these things weren't just happening like how they happen on this scale, man. But only the elect gonna get it and understand, man, and do something about it. Everyone else is just gonna know about it, and then they're gonna seek to their idols, which they believe in, and think that they're gonna save them, and it's not gonna happen, man. You know, but Matthew 24 and 7, it says, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, and the earthquakes been happening for the longest now, man. You know, so eventually it's gonna come to an end, man. You know, these are just signs that's bringing the end in, man. You know, and the end means the ending of Esau's kingdom and the ushering in of Jacob's kingdom, the blacks, the Latins, and Native Americans, man. Our kingdom is next, you know, because we are in our captivity, as it says, as Baruch says, you know, because we sinned against it. How about Shemal Shai, man? But we finna be redeemed. You know, we finna be lifted back up. The world was made for our sakes, man. And it's finna be given back to us, man. Starting with the elect, the chosen of Israel, man. You know, and those who so happen to die of our nation, of the blacks, the Latins, Native Americans, then they're going to be birthed back into the kingdom by the elect, man. And that's just the way the Lord got the ball rolling, man. So with that being said, call Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.